Hi, it's Jess from Nigezza Creates. Thank you for joining me today. So I've got a charity shop haul for you today. Bit of a mixed bag of things that I've got for you. This was all in one trip, actually. So I did really well. So they had these little boxes, 65p each, sort of thing that you get in the works. I think that you're supposed to decoupage on these, and they had 5 on the shelf, so bought the lot. I like the shape. I've got some nice little metal closure things, so I thought that'd be a nice little project, and there'd be nice storage, or I might make them for little gifts. Yeah, so got some ideas, and yeah, I just thought that would be a nice little project to do a video on, actually, was what I was thinking. So yeah, just chuck those on the floor. 80p, a little bit of pale gold acrylic paint, and I got this because I do think I have a bit of gold, but I can't remember. And it was more of a get your jelly plate out, Jez, and get some mixed media going. So yeah, that was my thoughts of getting that. Plus it was cheap. Now I saw these the last time I was in there, and I left them on the shelf, and then they were still there when I went back, so I thought, oh well, I'll get them. And I'm looking there for something to easily open them, but I can't, so I'm going to snip it open, because I mean, part of why I put it back was I thought, I don't know, usually I've used doilies, sort of down a spine, and I wasn't sure if that size would be nice, but actually I decided it was. So so yeah, some heart-shaped doilies. I think it said 32 of them. So yeah, I got them. Something different. They can go in my doily drawer, because I have a drawer for doilies, so liked that. Then these two I got, yeah, I can't remember what I paid for this. I think I got 2 books, and I think they said 50p, so this was 25p. Yeah, thought that was worth it. Quite like the size. I could repurpose that as a journal cover, but the reason why I liked this, now you can have a look at it, Concise Guide in Colour of Herbs, Hamlin Publishers, and look, you've got, and there's writing on the back, so you can use every single one of these images, and I can literally, it's quite stiff as it is, back it with a bit of tea-dyed paper, and I've got an immediate journaling card, or I can make them into tags. Just super simple projects. So I thought, yeah, that's worth having. All the images are just wonderful. So yeah, happy days. Really easy project, and I had no idea what the price was going to be, but for all that fodder, for easy makes, I was happy. I was very happy with that. So yeah, got that. And then this is an interpretation of the novels of Jane Austen. Now I opened the book up and I saw that, and it was like, right, it's, you had me on the library card. So loved all that. How brilliant that's all stamped, you know, punched out and everything. Just loved it. We've got your little pocket there. I will attempt to get that off in some way. I loved this bit as well. So just fab. Didn't care what the rest of it was like. I couldn't, in the shop, quite see what the cover was like. The cover's all right. And we've even got some old sellotape, which I could probably get off and use. Yeah, I can. Look, I can even use that sellotape. And the sellotape here, I could probably get this off and use. Yeah. How fabulous is that? So I'm going to stick you there because I'm now going to lose you, aren't I? And then I've got all this old faded paper. Just love it. Absolutely love it. So never mind the rest of the book. I mean, it's not, you know, there's nothing too special about it. And then, oh, we've got another one on the back. So for me 25p, I have a cover I can use. I've got all this sellotape, and I've got some lovely, interesting library cards. So yeah, I was very happy about that. Very happy indeed. And then I got this frame. Now, I really like this. It's nice and shabby chic, ready for a photo. And I've been at 50p as well. And I've been putting up photos, lovely memories of when the kids were younger, us on holiday. So I thought, oh, we'll put a nice family photo in this one. I've got quite a few that go that way, and I've been using photo tiles, free photo tiles. You get one free a month. It's just pay for postage packing, so it works out $5.99, and they come in 8x8 squares. And lots of photos that I take will go into a square quite nicely, but some of them won't. They need to be the proper 7x5, 6x4, whatever. So I went, oh, that'd be nice. I put a nice photo of us all in that one, and I might do some extra little roughing up on it, or I might just leave it as it is. I don't know. But yeah, that was why I bought that. So not really for junk journaling, but you know, it were nice. And then I got these. Now I paid £2 for this, and the inkjet labels, but they're 2 per page. There's blooming loads of them, and you get 2 on a page. And and I remember watching, I think it was Kerry the Crafter, doing some stuff on a jelly plate and printing on labels, and then you can just they become stickers. So that was my thoughts. Or I could print a load of I got loads of Tracy labels, and then they can become stickers. Obviously I still have to cut them out, but then they're stuck. I'm not sure how useful that is because I can just glue them, but yeah, I wanted to do that. So yeah, that was just a little experiment of maybe doing some mixed media with some stickers. So yeah, that is my little charity shop haul. I was trying to think, what have I just done? Do you know, my brain is, I'll tell you a funny story. So my friend's got a Singer treadle sewing machine. It belonged to a neighbour who passed away, and she had it in the house. She's got loads of old stuff in the house. Anyway, now she don't want it. She's like, oh, I ain't got room for it. And so she asked me if I wanted it, because I had said, oh, I love that. So I used to have one. My mum got me a treadle sewing machine for my 18th, and that was I did all my sewing on that for years and years and years. And we moved into a really little house before we even had children, and we didn't have room for it. And so I gave it to my sister to look after until I had a house big enough. And I mean, admittedly, it was 12 years before we moved and had a house big enough, by which time my sister went, treadle sewing machine? No, I don't remember that. So anyway, it was gone. Yeah, so I'm going to get one. So I'm quite excited about it. And she's dropping it off on Friday afternoon. And so anyway, she messaged me about a week or so later to say it might be a little bit later because she had to wait for a package. And I said, oh, that's all right. I'll make sure I go out for my walk in the morning. So I'll be in whenever you come. And then I decided to just check my calendar to see if there was anything else going on Friday morning, to make sure that I could in fact do that. And this is the timeline. This is literally the minutes and the seconds of this thought process. I went on my calendar, and on my calendar it said sewing machine. And I went, oh, have I got sewing machine in there? Am I suddenly thinking I'm taking my sewing machine to be serviced? It said nothing other than sewing machine. And I thought, I don't understand. Why is it saying sewing machine? And I'm spending minutes and minutes and minutes thinking, what on earth does this mean? And then I remembered, it's what you're talking about. It's what you're having a text message about, is Chris is bringing you a blooming sewing machine. And yeah, so I did say that. I went, this is where my brain is, you know. That we'd been talking about sewing machine. On my calendar it says sewing machine, and I couldn't remember what the sewing machine was all about. So yeah, I'm going nuts. That is slowly insane, although some would say I've been there for a while. Anyway, thanks for joining me, and I'll bring you some crafty projects in the week. Okay, bye for now.